Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. This is your host, Jermaine Lockett. Hey, you made it back again. I don't know why y'all keep coming back, but hey, I appreciate you. And for those of you who have just signed up or just came here, hey, much love. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and go ahead and hit that notification button for those updates because Couch Rider Report will be delivering original sports perspective, not just on the Ravens, but we have been favoring the Ravens lately because it's draft season. And yes, I have a personal preference towards that team. That's my squad, as you can see. And I usually do this on green screen, but I thought, hey, look, how about I put some pants on today and show y'all the fun game room that I have as I give you the Ravens 3-round mock draft. And in this draft, I tell you, it got a little crazy. There were things that I can see me wanting as I kept doing the mock draft simulator. I saw things that I wanted, and I saw things that I couldn't get based on the simulator. I kept running the draft simulation over and over again. And the three people that we wanted, as far as what I've heard Ravens Nation constantly talking about, is a interior lineman, a pass rusher, and of course, a big body target wide receiver. So when I looked at what I've been researching, of course, we want Terrace Marshall, we want Carlos Basham, and we want either Landon Dickerson or Creed Humphrey. In these scenarios, when I kept running them through, we could not get all three. It just didn't happen. So I had to come up with a different solution. So as we're on the clock at 27, it just didn't turn out right. So I did a different route. And you're probably not going to like it. It's not going to be perfect. And right now, Justin Houston is in the Ravens organization, probably taking offers, but let's just face it, he's old. He's not going to be the solution full-time for the Ravens. I think, 33 years old? And yes, he had a solid year last year. I think he had like 9 sacks. But what's he going to get in our offense? What's going to be in our defense? Is he going to get that type of production? Maybe not. We saw what Yannick did. Yannick comes from getting major production in other organizations to only having 3 sacks with the Ravens. How about we just bet on the side of youth? And with that said, we'll go ahead and jump into our mock draft. With the 27th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select. Let me get the card, folks. Got to read the card. Absolutely. Out of Wake Forest at 6'3", 281 pounds, Carlos Boogie Basham. Look, I was excited about this pick because this guy brings a lot to the table. He has a lot of spark, explosiveness, awareness. Just knows exactly where to be. He's around the ball all the time. He's able to square his shoulders. He's got good pad level. Y'all look at another video I had. I talked to it. I put some videos out there on that. He just gets in on those splash plays, constantly stacking splash plays together. And then he has a strong point of attack. I just love how this guy attacks the ball. I love how he punches out fumbles. I love how he hits hard. He reminds me of T-Sizzle. He has that type of intelligence. Definitely a great pick at 27. It's not a reach. Even though it looks like he's the 40th overall player on the board, it is definitely not a reach to go after Carlos Boogie Basham because of the value that you're getting out of this player in the long run. He's going to be an exceptional Baltimore Raven, helping to stop the run, helping to rush the passer, helping to create big money plays. Carlos Boogie Basham, welcome to the Ravens. Let's go. All right. The next pick. Let's see here. With the 58th overall pick, the Baltimore Ravens select Creed Humphrey out of OU. You know how Baltimore likes the OU players now. Remember, it used to be the theme of, let's go get all these Alabama players. Now it's like, hey, let's go get us an Oklahoma Sooner. This particular Oklahoma Sooner weighs in at about 302 pounds. He's 6'4", and I like him because he was the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. He was the offensive lineman of the year. In 2019, that was co-offensive lineman. And in 2020, he was the offensive lineman of the year. He's fluid in his pulling ability. You know how Baltimore likes to pull guards when they're running either the read option or whatever scheme that they are running the ball with. They like to pull those guards from one side to the other. Now, of course, I want to see, hey, can the guy snap the ball? That's what I'm curious about. Hey, What's your snaps look like? Are you going to throw it over our heads in the playoffs? Over our quarterback's head in the playoffs? Don't know. But I think he's going to work well with the Ravens' ground game scheme. He's a former wrestler, so he likes to get down dirty. And I think the only con he had was the short arms. The guy's only got 32-inch arms. 34 is ideal, but you look at some Hall of Famers and future Hall of Famers, and you got like Joe Thomas, Joe Staley, and Jason Peters. They all had short arms, but they were still able to get to the caliber of play that they had throughout their NFL careers. All right. This next pick is probably going to take a few people off because honestly, we wanted the big body Terrace Marshall in the first round. But every draft that I had, it just didn't seem to pan out right. We couldn't get all three of the items we wanted and have all three of them together. I couldn't get Terrace Marshall, Boogie Basham, and Creed Humphrey. It just, for some reason, that formula didn't match up right. And so I even tried getting Terrace Marshall, Landon Dickerson, and then trying to get this next character, or get Creed Humphrey or Carlos Basham. It just, none of it matched up right. So this next pick, I hope y'all been watching the videos on this guy. He's explosive. And it might be considered a reach. But when you get the guy you want and they're explosive, it does not matter what round you picked him in. I mean, ask Antonio Brown, ask Tom Brady what happens when they got selected. They wanted to prove to the world that, hey, they had talent, big-time talent, and they could be starters in this league. So it doesn't matter where you get them at. It's just that you get them and that they produce, because each one of these is a gem, and that's why Eric DeCosta likes picking all these picks. He likes trading back and getting more picks because he's following Ozzy's formula. Because every time you get one of those tickets, one of those might hit. Just one. Anyway, with the 104th overall pick, the Ravens select Florida State wide receiver, 6'4", 210-pounder, Tamarion Terry. Look, what you want me to say? I'm not sorry for this. I'm not. So y'all go ahead and hang that up. Y'all go ahead and drag me through the mud. Y'all can get me all over the We Are the Ravens flock, all the Ravens pages, whatever. It looks like a reach because he was projected to go to rounds 4 to 6. But he's not. I'm telling you, this guy is a beast. He's a dog. Straight up monster. I mean, look at his 2019 video. Go look at his YouTube from 2019. He had 9 touchdowns, 58 yards per catch on those touchdowns. I think he holds the school record of a 70-yard touchdown for that school. And Florida State hadn't had no scrubs come out of there. Y'all seen the type of talent that's come out of Florida State. Big, explosive guy. He's a run blocker. Okay, he might be missing the full route tree when it comes to just the entire routes. But hey, you know, we got players that can run those inside routes. We got Sammy Watkins. We got Hollywood Brown. Can we just get this guy to be up over the top to bring down the big balls? I mean, at 6'4", I'd hope so. That's what we need. That's exactly the type of talent that Baltimore needs right now. He's an explosive guy who just makes it happen. Highlight reel out this world. Go look at the tape. I'm telling you, will not be a reach. I only went through rounds 1 through 3 today because I feel that as I go deeper into the rounds, there's just a lack of explosiveness as I'm looking at the tape. There's a lot of, when it came to edge rushers, there was coverage sacks versus regular sacks. There were, it just didn't leap up off the tape for me whenever we were looking for certain players like a ball hawk, like Richie Grant. But I know Richie's going to be gone like in 2nd or 3rd round because he was just extremely talented. Now, if he comes across the clock with the Ravens there, who knows? EDC might be able to pull the trigger on that. There are a couple other players that I want to take a deeper look at, and I will do that as we get closer to the draft. But this is the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours. I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Like I said, these things will be popping out all week. And right now, I'm going to be popping out. I'm going to bust out another video for you. All right? Take care. See you later. Ravens Nation. Big trust. Woo woo. Let's go.